Okay, let's really talk about. Let's go deep diving in they say unaliving. I call it murder. Murder of Sonya Massey. If I'm mispronouncing her name, please forgive me. I usually do that sometimes. Short, intentions, man. Sorry about that. But let's talk about it. I've heard about this a couple of days now, and I did my research, and a woman who is in her own home, who called the cops, who went on, when the kettle was boiling, went in her kitchen, got the teapot, and said, "I rebuke in the name of Jesus," was fatally killed.
What?
So let's call a spade a spade. Let's call it for what it is. This is pure racism. Let's call it for what it is. Okay? And I know some of you white people, you're going to get on here and, talk your kind of, your kind of language. Okay? But this is what we're talking about. The eternal hatred for black people, for black women and black men. Because usually you hear this with black men, but in a couple of years, I've seen some murders that's coming from cops toward black women. This is beyond evil. Okay? There's no explanation for this kind of behavior. There's none. You can't even be safe in your own home. Just like the years ago when the white cop shot that black man in his own home because she thought it was an intruder and she got the wrong door. I have some thoughts about that, but you've heard the story. And just that kind of evil, just you sit in your home, you're watching TV, you eat ice cream, and a woman bursts in there with a gun and murders you. Because let's call a spade a spade. Okay? Let's call a spade a spade. You're in your own home, black people are in their own home, and they can't even be safe. Okay? And the first question they're going to say to Sonya is, hey, why did she call him in the first place? And you know what? Let's put all our cards on the table. Maybe she wasn't mentally well. She wasn't. Okay? I'm hearing some stories that, she wasn't all up there, but what does it matter? What does it matter? Just like that black man who got killed by that white woman who was stabbed, the conservative black man. Because a lot of people's making an excuse, oh, he shouldn't have been conservative. He shouldn't have been a Trumper, or he shouldn't have been with the white woman. Who cares? Like, put your flags down, black people. Put your feminist flags down. Put your red pill flags down. Put your alpha male flags down. Put your race war flags down. Put it down. Put it the F down. Because what does it matter? Because black women kill black men too, and black men kill black women too. What are you talking about? Hello? Welcome to planet Earth?
What the fuck?
She was murdered. She was murdered. And we hear it all the time. He looks like, he has a gun. She looks like she had a gun. Remember Adam Lewina years ago? Mark Velopi, this happened way in the night when he was literally raped with a plunger inside the police station. Come on. This has been happening to our culture forever with, cops. And I personally think, and I'm going to say is, I've gone against government before. I've talked about Democrats. I've talked about Republicans. I said they're the same bedfellows, guys. They're the same bedfellows. There's nothing different about the government. Government is evil. And believe it or not, cops work for the government. They say state by state bullshit. They work for the government. They're a bunch of hitmen. Okay? They're a bunch of hitmen. That's it. That's it. That was the most unsensible murder I've heard in my life since that man in his apartment got shot while eating ice cream while watching TV. I've never seen, I've heard of some shit, but getting killed in your own home. And before you come for me, I know who's going to come. I get it. White people happen, so no, it don't. Not that much, so stop it. I don't want to hear. You don't get shot 30 times on the street. Stop it. Stop it. This is about cultural racism that is within, cops, which I'm going to say the gang. I call cops a gang.
What?
That's right. Same things as Crips and Blood. They're a gang. That have been happening for a good century now, good decades. I don't, from 1960, I always hear this, it's over. 60s is over. They don't do us, they don't spray us with, hoses, and they don't attack us with dogs. So they lock us up. And again, some black people deserve to be in jail. I get that. Good argument. But great deflection. Because I want to hear it too. Look at hip hop. Look how you kill. I don't want to hear it. Then we're not talking about that. We're talking about an innocent person, an innocent black woman that was unalived because she picked up a boiling tea kettle and said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus."
What?
Let that sink in. Let that sink in your cerebellum. Let that sink in your mind, your brain. Let that sink in.
Soleil, Timio!
Let that sink in. How much times have the black community, all of us, has spoken about this? How much times will this happen in the protesting? That's not going to work. That's not going to work. I am sorry to say this to the fake Black Lives Matter movement. I said before, that movement is fake. But again, let's talk about it. Protesting, what are you protesting? What are you protesting? About what? The same shit we've been marching from 1960s till now? How to treat us like human beings? Come on. Come on. And look at that black dude who got killed by the black conservative. He was a conservative. It doesn't matter. I keep saying this to black people all the time. Black men, black women. It don't matter if you have a suit or you have baggy pants. Okay? Denzel Washington could recall, racism happening to him in Hollywood. Donnie Glover, Mr. Lethal Weapon, the taxi couldn't even pull him off. And it's only one incident. Because I know what people are going to say. It's only one incident. Nah. Donnie Glover got many stories. Okay? So much incidents with black celebrities that shows you that no matter how much money you have, you're still black in America. That's the bottom line. The race card, unfortunately, will always be played. Again, I would love to agree that, hey, and I've said before to white people, the only thing we could agree on is the government. But let's keep this 110%. It is a white supremacist government. That's the government we're dealing with. I don't want to hear it's the Democrats. I don't want to tell you, put your flags down for this. Put your red pill flags down. Put the, black men date white women so you deserve it flags down. Or black women date outside their race so they deserve to get murdered. Put them flags down.
Wow.
A black woman, an innocent black woman was murdered. That's it. That's it. And it's due to racism. Because I guarantee if that was an old white woman saying, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, they would not put a bullet in that woman. And protesting, what is that going to do? How's that going to help? She's dead.
What?
And I usually don't like to, I've said it before, political commentary is not my thing, but with everything happening in America right now, with Kamala Harris running, and, everyone's going to use the race card on her. Let's keep it real. They're going to do it. Though she's married to a Jewish man, they're going to use it against her. They're going to do it. They're going to do it.
No!
Okay? Stick to the facts, but they're not going to stick to her being just a bad leader. They're going to say, well, she's a woman or a minority woman. They did it with Obama. Again, I don't like Obama, don't get me wrong. But hitting his race the fact that he can't do his job. Hit the fact that Kamala can't do her job. Hit that. But they're not going to do that. The people who are going to go against Kamala Harris is not going to do that. They're going to play the fact that she's a minority. She's biracial. The race card in America with black people and other minorities will never stop being played. That's just the bottom line.